Hey, it's been a while. I figured today we could start off with something simple. We just got back from Metro, and the Wigs need some help. They need major help, okay? Well, some of them do. Some of them are fine. So today, we're gonna do a casual me trying to fix my wigs. Not even fix. We're not even gonna restyle anything major. We're just going to brush everything, and that way they will not be as much of a mess. So, we'll start off with Toma. I wore Toma from Genshin Impact the first day, and his outfit is very sleek and slippery, so his hair's not totally messed up. But of course, when you're dealing with a wig and you're near the nape of the neck, they are always absolutely tangled. So we're just gonna give him a little bit of a brush because he's a little tangled. He's a little nappy back there. All I'm doing is just using my brush that I have for my wigs. I don't even know what brush it is. It's just one of the cheaper brushes. I don't like to use detangling sprays because they often leave residue in the wig, and then they just get very oily. And I don't like that texture. I like them to be soft and poofy. And so I try not to use too many detanglers for my wigs unless I really have to. So I'm just tying Toma's hair back up the way it was before now that it's been brushed. You could kind of tell where his hairband had been, so I'm just retying it and then putting his little accessory back in his hair. I do think some of the spikes need to be re-sprayed, which I will probably go in with Got To Be later and cement them a little bit more, but I'm just taking a little hairspray, cheap, and just spraying it so everything stays in place for now. It's not too serious. Now, with Charlie from Has Been Hotel, love her. I loved the way this wig looked. And sadly, the little bulb of her hair on the other side is really tangled, so I have to take it out and brush it. And I'm so mad because I hope it looks as good as it did before. So just like Toma's, I'm going to brush it out. Start from the bottom, work my way up. I know there's a lot of tangles in the middle. I'm worried about the wig stand flying off the shelf because that's something it loves to do. And I would appreciate it if it didn't do that while I was trying to fix my wigs. Her hair looks very soft. It's so soft, but underneath there's so many knots. You can't even see it when I flip it over. That's a shame, but there's a lot of knots under there. And once I'm done brushing it out, I'm just gonna put it back in the 2 ponytail holders that it was in. For Charlie specifically, I try to leave some of her hair pulled out of the ponytail. One, because the wig head is not my size. I don't think it's anybody's size, and so some of their hair has to be pulled out anyway to fit my head, and then I have to pull out more of it because Charlie's hair is very poofy on the sides, so I'm trying to recreate that by pulling it out a little bit, and I won't be able to tell if it's correct until I put it on. So we're just gonna leave it like that, and then I'm going to put the next band in, leave some room, and pull some of the hair to make it look like a bulb, a circle, a sphere, and then I will spray that so everything stays in place. Her hair is pretty easy to style. Again, I can set any of this permanently, well, not permanently, but for a long period of time with Got To Be in some heat. But for now, we'll just use some cheap hairspray to get it in its place for now, because we're not going to go to another con for another 2 months, so we'll be fine. Just double checking the front. She's got this little swoop in the front. Love it. It is mega sprayed with Got2b, but it is falling apart a little bit, so I'm spraying that, and then I'm going to spray the underside of the sphere in her hair because that's where it gets the knotted the most. So just to protect it a little. Okay, so next we have Emily, whatever you want to call her, from Husband Hotel. She is a very long wig, so I'm going to start by brushing it from the bottom and work my way up, which took, I think I worked on this for 45 minutes. And then I had to split it in half because I couldn't brush it all. And then I took another 45 minutes or 56 minutes to get it all brushed. So this took a while. I could have used a straightener to help get rid of some of the knots that were happening at the bottom, because when you pull on a wig so much, it starts to curl up because it's elastic. So it curls back up, and that's easier to get knotted. So when you straighten it, it straightens those fibers out. But I don't want to mess with the curls that are in her hair. So we're stuck like this for a little bit until I want to recurl it. I have to divide her hair into 3 pieces on each side, so 6 pieces in total, and I will braid them for transportation purposes and to kind of just keep the hair from getting tangled and messed up just sitting around and transportation wise. I'll start by braiding the first section that will go in front of my shoulders. There's a section that goes behind my shoulders, and then there's a section that goes behind my wings when I wear her cosplay. And I will do that for both sides. Once one side is all braided and there are 3 braids, I will also go ahead and braid those braids just so that they're not flying around, and it's a little easier to deal with this long wig when it's only 2 braids instead of 6. After her braids are all in, I can move on to the front of the wig, just fixing it really, checking all of the curls are in the right place, brushing it out. I will spray this so it's a little bit easier to see the different curls. And then as you can see, the bangs are kind of floppy. There are a lot of wefts in these poor bangs. I added so many, and so they're heavy. So I'll probably Got2b that later just so that it doesn't fall down mid-con. But for now, we will just spray it with some cheap spray and probably pin it a little bit if I need to, if it starts falling too much. Okay, so our next person is Dia from Genshin Impact, and I have had to restyle her wig because we normally keep it down, but because Dia's outfit has a collar with Velcro on the back, I've decided to change her hairstyle up. So the Velcro constantly grabs the wig hair and is tangling it. So I put her hair up in 2 ponytails, so that way only the bottom ponytail is getting messed up and we can try and save some of this wig hair. I'll start by brushing it all out, brushing the 2 front pieces, and then I will go ahead and brush the top ponytail because it does need to be brushed out, but it's not extremely bad. I'll go ahead and clip the top ponytail out of the way just so we can really see what we're getting into with this bottom ponytail because it's really not pretty. The best way to tackle this mess is to just start brushing from the bottom. Get all those bottom tangles out and work our way up this ponytail. I did not use any detangler but I was very close. I also will probably use the iron on this, the flat iron, because it's getting a little frizzy and I want to cut some of that frizziness out so that way it doesn't get as tangled as fast. While brushing though, I decided I was going to take the ponytail holder out and ended up breaking it, so that's cute. Something crazy is about to happen. I had been watching it the entire time and I knew it was gonna happen and it caught me off guard. There it goes. The whole stand yeets itself off the bookshelf. How lovely, I know. And right when I was trying to be concentrated and get rid of these tangles and it only created more, no, it really wasn't that bad. It was just annoying. It's fine though, I fixed it. This one didn't take as long as Emmy did to brush out, but she definitely was an arm workout. We're just gonna try and put this one back in a ponytail now that it's been brushed, but because this wig head is not the size of a normal person's head, I have to go in and manually pull out some of the hair from the ponytail so that way it will hide your back of your hair and your hairline when you do wear the wig. There's just too much of a gap there. We got to pull some of that out. Now we're going to put the first ponytail back in its place. And let me know what you guys want to see next, because I do have to restyle Rapunzel as well. She needs a restyle and a brush, to be honest. And then I also have this mess, which is, I don't know if I can save this wig, to be honest. It's 2 pieces. They're not even to the same wig. It's a long story, which I'll tell if I ever make this video. But I could perhaps, try and tackle that in a video. Whether the next video be crafty or about wigs, I'll see you guys there. Bye!